Hello, ma'am. I am Surbhi Raut, a queer individual residing in Noida currently. Uh, I have been a victim of sexuality conversion therapy by four priests residing in Himachal. Uh, the, the medium of doing it has been witchcraft through distant hypnosis, and I've been a victim of the abuse since almost 10 years now. It all started in 2016 when a casual trip to a very shady temple back in Himachal with my parents turned into for financial career advices became almost like a frequent pattern. I used to work in Bombay back then, but every time post 2016 or 17, I guess, 2018, yes, 2018, the visits got frequent. Every time I came down from Bombay to Delhi for on any of the holidays, because I was luding over the fact that better career growth and better performance, since it's a temple, just paying a visit and normal greetings and everything is just always healthy. So my parents had basically been quite ardent, not ardent, but like quite frequent on my back with their visits to the temple, and them talking about my marriage since I was working as a full-time film producer, video producer for Femina back then. Uh, their hopes to have me be married to a man were high, and they used to put forward, the plea to have me be like look for look for someone, like probably refer someone to have her be married, in spite of my sexuality. And I was open and out about myself. I had been in healthy relationships before visiting the temple. Since the temple visits started, my entire focus digressed from being extremely mad at my job, in spite of my absolutely premium quality performance, and everything kind of like turned into a very diabolic um, episode since then. And I left my job due to schizophrenic symptoms over my short-tempered reality, due to all the witchcraft that I was going through. And during COVID, I had to come back to Delhi because there was nothing happening in Bombay for me. And since then, I had been a victim of um, schizophrenic symptoms that I cured on my own that I survived by working out and being regular at maintaining my health, keeping a voice against everything that I was going through. I still am a victim of astral tools wielded up my private parts in my body. So there's an astral insertion of iron rods up my rectum and my G spot, and there's a lot of auditory hallucination and sometimes visual hallucinations as well. So in case I do not react to um, the the auditory hallucinations, I go through a lot of pain insertion in the body, and and then of course over the pain I'm made numb, and there are visual hallucinations as well. uh, these remain, and also I have developed AHS over these 10 years. AHS is alien hand syndrome, where there's a shadow self within your body, or the illness basically that you're going through, the mental illness that you're going through. That kind of takes a shape of your entire brain, or your brain being being swollen at different parts, and your nervous system and your blood circulation is basically blocking at parts, and henceforth the swelling, or the entire you know the entire projection that the cerebrum is basically causing, or producing, that kind of like blocks your body at parts. So because of that, the hallucination that I've been then that I've been. I'm really sorry if it sounds very horrific and aggressive. I've got a dog actually, but yeah, but there's a lot of EHS going on in the body, and there are shadow cells and everything. And I reached out to. So sorry. After so yes, my body has been basically controlled by the witchcraft. It's manipulated by witchcraft. My urination, my menstruation, my defecation, everything is controlled by witchcraft. I work as a film director. I'm a freelancer right now, and I've been struggling to have a regular income since almost like a decade now. I write feature-length screenplays to keep myself always bounce back from my directorial debut, and that's the only way I can keep myself and sustain myself peaceful over everything that I'm going through. Apart from just to carry out all the legal inquiry and investigations that I'm basically carrying out in both the cases. The second case is basically there's a lot of physical violation that went on me in 2020 by my father when I denied marrying a man, and the proposal of it was obviously um, indirect, but it escalated into a lot of arguments, and all those arguments would always turn out to be extremely violating. And last month, on 16th July, I was attempted a murder by my father, and the CCTV footage of it, got shared with the UP authorities, and it was their negligence because of which I was attempted a murder over. And I realized the fact that everything that was becoming a failure by these pujaris to be conducting the witchcraft to change sexuality, because yeah, it all backfired, of course, at them, because I started filing the cases and everything, and every time, not cases but like the FIRs, and started explaining the UP authorities and the Himachal authorities of what's going on with me. And I made a couple of visits to the temple with the cops as well, and they filed 344 on them, wrongful confinement. And the same account that I'm telling you, I told the same account to the cops about them. There was a one-on-one interrogation back at the temple with the cops, and upon hearing both the parties, they put up 344 on them. The suit is yet to be filed on them. I made 3 visits to them, and post 344, and there were no arrests. It was just another episodes of investigation and inquiry and interrogation and inquiry. And in all 3 sessions, they tried to heal, to extract whatever they did on me, but they made a fool out of the cops as well by not cleansing my underbelly, because of which my underbelly remains blocked with them. So they twitch around a lot of my nerves, and they give me a lot of pudendal shame to have me be um, remain in the guards most of the times. In the guards is like upheld by them. So I reached out to Humsafar Trust, and I have been told that there is no lawyer that can really take care of this entire case, and I'm going to pursue this from Himachal only. So that is one thing. Meanwhile, the physical violence the violation that I've been through has been back at home, has been very much a toll on my entire career and my mental health, and on the friends as well, my friend circle, or my professional circle that's settled back in Bombay and overseas, try to help me. So every time there is someone that comes into my life to help me professionally, or to try getting me out of this mess, somehow gets affected by what these pujaris have been doing in them. So this is something that I wanted to seek a little help over. I requested Hamsafar to get me into a pro bono, if at all possible, with any of the aggressive lawyers who understand how to quickly work on the FIRs that I have. I've been denied any help from Hamsafar because they don't have any lawyer available at the moment. Meanwhile, the other thing. Meanwhile, I did reach out to someone from Allahabad High Court. They suggested me an intervention over this, a male lawyer, an intervention over this within a couple of days, but it's been almost 5 6 days since they've been unavailable of it, suggesting that they are reading through papers and they will try getting back in time and all of that. So I don't want to force anyone into this, but I did want to understand where do I head with it, because if I go to Himachal, the only thing is that there are no arrests being made. I have been told the SHO might help back in Parsa or Himachal against this. Meanwhile, the officer who put 344 the first time I visited, he's been on training until September and in Kangra, and he said that you reach out to the SHO, explain them everything, and he might help you with someone, in another different strict officer who can rebuke the person or rebuke the priest and get everything, and do the arrests and everything. I'm yet to make the visit of that. I'm yet to make another. This is going to be a fourth visit without any protection or restraint order or any officer on my end. That's one. Second, all the auditory hallucination that basically goes on, it is purely like some kind of a challenge to you and Miriga ma'am to get into the tangents of this case and understand how parapsychological sexual abuse basically works, and it keeps making me feel obligated to you know have you guys get this entire thing be legalized again, because the 377 legalized again into individuals getting married and all that in India, because it is kind of like I do understand the complexities of the political tension at the moment and the structure, and I don't force myself into being an ardent in the name of liberalism, but beyond everything, I do also understand the need of getting outside the house to escape all of this and getting outside the country and apply through charities and everything or whatever possible to fix myself something. But again, it's witchcraft, and the more murderous I get over it, is the only way for me to have these men be off my life. If I take the sleeping pills and everything, I am in my dreams violated more. Um, the way of My only way of surviving the trauma at the moment is being as calm as possible in the house, keep keep my spirits up against everything dark that can go wrong with my friends overseas, and remain off any violent behavior with anyone in the house or outside the house, or the lawyers that have been exploiting me over my penniless reality at the moment, to pursue any of the cases, any of the suits, or any of the complaints against my parents, against these pujaris, against anything for that matter, without providing me any free legal or financial aid. Just because I speak in English and I do not understand Hindi as much, and the more I talk in Hindi, the more I come out as an ablamari to them, and the way they pursue me further, trying trying emotional talk about आप पिता के साथ ये नहीं कर सकते, अपने माँ बाप के साथ ये नहीं कर सकते, and all that, and not recognizing me as a queer individual and understanding how violence basically works in a queer's lifestyle, in a queer individual's life in India, through witchcraft and all of that, and how patriarchy and all of that, and how the misogynistic tendencies basically work. So yes, I'm being harrowed in every sense, back by the cops, to the house, and then by these priests. Everyone's trying to give me a tangent of an extremely stereotypical, gender reality, gender-based reality, which I left when I was back in school, and I am being made to live through that. And in every sense, I'm being forced or being blocked in this country, and that is kind of like disturbing my entire uh, faith in everything for my future to come forward, and the kind of condition, the medical condition that I am in. It is so diabolic, it is so igniting that I don't know where I'm going to land up if I do not, seek someone as aggressive as possible in this particular case. Uh, I have spoken to a couple of people. I spoke to a few lawyers. Everyone's been asking me money. I don't have the money. Every time I go out back to the industry with my scripts, with my request to, give me a few bucks to get out of this, I am being put up on a halt line, and nothing is working out, and it is just such a huge sense of mockery by the priests that every time none of my budgets or none of my my request to seek money really basically work out. So and of course, and every time I go to a temple, or every time I go to any priest, any other priest, to get me out of this as well, this entire misery, it doesn't work. The only way it works is that I am filing, since I've found the logical logical reasoning behind every kind of witchcraft that they've done, and how they've done it, and not and how and the way I've decoded the entire process of what they've done, and how they've done it, and what they're doing to others as well. They expect me to, pursue this legally, these pujaris, and that's the only way they exit my life, and all the lives that I know they're trying to touch, they've been touching. So, so I just wanted to try having a like try seeking some kind of help of you, and see maybe if this can be pursued from Supreme Court, than have me be looking seeking justice back in the margin, because um, I'm being given an extremely cold shoulder by the entire planet at the moment, and either I'll commit suicide because I'm really because I'm really because I'm really struggling to survive, or I might go completely mentally sick post a point. Going mentally sick is not a possibility, because over these 10 years, without any kind of help much, than transmuting all my schizophrenic horror into a philosophy of Garden of Eden, where I am, the epicenter of all the women, or every woman for that matter, who understands and who believes in platonic love for the sake of healing of anybody who seeks pure faith in God. And that's the only way I've kept myself held up high against these priests, who are also not Hindus. One of them, they're Katsas, um, non-Sikhs. One of them is a Katsa, and they're in their 40s, and beyond defining, or beyond conceptualizing a stereotypical form of masculinity in my head, to have me surrender, submit, and start feeling for a man, or start developing a change for men as per them, uh, has been also parallelly aligned with a lot of political awakening that these guys are aware of, and they do not practice their siddhis, if at all there are any, on them. And I have been a victim of that as well. They use the philosophy of imitation game while chanting verses to touch my nerves, to manipulate my nerves, and control my body. And there are different games that they kind of play, that they put up as a grounding or a stance for them to manipulate my nerve and make me a certain character in their particular you know, trajectory of what to do with me, in order, like, as if they're trying to, and then of course, like, make me a character, and then introduce me to the world, and make me function as per their mindset into the real world. So if, for example, if I am, let's say, a Batman in any of their dreams, or in any of their stances or nuances or whatever, then there won't be the moral side of Batman coming out. There's going to be a very dark and negative sense of morality in their life. So every kind of perseverance that they would have of the real world will be as per their limited intellect, and their limited intellect would be, uh, it'll end the moment a woman, or the moment of explaining sexuality shall be put through their head, and they'll have to, talk about that in my ears, and make me function accordingly. So all of this, and the moment it comes down to that, they'll shut up and they'll block my body, and then I'll be completely memory. There'll be a memory erasure, and I'll go to sleep. So these are the things that are basically going on with me, and I'm a very aggressive person otherwise in life because of these people. I do not. I'll show you something. I don't know if you can see. No, you can see that. That's an episode of me using my belt on the walls every time I heard these men conducting sleep paralysis with me in my dreams, or at odd hours in the night. I would project these guys. I would visualize these guys, these four pujaris on the wall, and I would hit my belt on the wall and have them be run out of my room, or shut up in my ears while I'm sleeping, or stop violating me in my dreams, or stop poking pins up my rectum on my G-spot. So these are the things that I've been a victim to. And apart from running around as a, like, going for runs, doing my workout and everything, this is also one of the things that I've tried. I used to box a lot earlier, but then I hurt my hand, and then I got busy with writing and I stopped things. So apart from filing the FIR, the inquiries and everything, I'm sorry, the FIR, and looking for work, and then realizing that every time there is any sense of work, my body will be put through a lot of pain in a manner that I would not be able to wake up for. I'd be put through extreme sleep, like 14-15 hours of sleep on basic medicines, and then some of the other argument in my house will be put through by my mother or my father for a provocation, and it'll end up in an extremely abusive, physically abusive episode. So against which the UP authorities will be as negligent as possible, as if trying to tell me that subconsciously that we are a part of this conspiracy where we wish to kill you, and where we are waiting for you to be physically damaged as a schizophrenic, or do something violent as a schizophrenic, and you can be put through a mental asylum, and there you can keep doing your writing and everything, and keep seeking mercy killing over your sexuality, and turn into and have some kind of grounding, or some kind of whatever, political tangent to have this much of an aggression, when the entire world, or when the tangent of homophobia on me is so aggressive to my harmless sexuality, that the industry, if I show you my work, if I show you my CV, you'd somewhere be proud of the fact that I did put myself on the highest of the pedestals as an individual, as a professional with a very clean record. and how it all has been nothing but a subject of shame since these men came into my life, and my parents deny um, any sense of growth on those tangents. Now they might have a change of heart, but earlier, these 10 years, only I understand what I've been through. So if at all I can be heard by a lawyer and be put through for a fast track inquiry into Supreme Court in my case against these men, I I might die a happy death. That's all I know. And yeah, I'm sorry if I'm coming so aggressive about being this dreadful about hope, but I think I'm somewhere, um, somewhere dozing off to hopelessness in my case. And I've been scammed of 1,75,000 as well by these pujaris who set me up for a job offer through a scammer or at a scammer by pushing me to invest money in my career. No door! Oh shit! Oh damn it! Oh damn it! It's my door. It's just no babe. Get down. Alright. Yeah, this is the story. I'll continue later.